Hey, Mike Burrows here from Spirit Music Meetups. We're in part 2 of looking at gleaning. Maybe it's the third part, but we're on actually page 9 of gleaning from Jeff Moore's book on drumstick stick control. Kind of windy out here, just suddenly showed up. And I'm in a Ramada, just taking a break. Big beautiful day. I've got to go do some errands. But I thought I'd pass this on, and I'm gonna show you the page. So you see the page. He calls this, so it's page 9, and he calls this permutations. A permutation means a changed thing. It's a changed thing called double accent permutation. So see, he's got 2 accents, and then he does this for a while, and then he does 2 and 2, right? Then he moves that 2 over a count, and then he does the same thing over here, right? So see how he's doing it? One slot and then 2 slots over here, and he just keeps shifting them over. I call it forward shifting, and then he shifts it over here again, and then he shifts it over again. So it's 2 measure phrases. And then finally he shifts from the end to the beginning, so it just keeps shifting those 2 so that it splits. And he does that again, and then you can see he does 2 of them. And so he calls that a double accent permutation. Well, a lot of people call this displacement. And so we'll look at that. So I'm going to do this here. They call it displacement because you're displacing the accent, and that creates a permutation. Does that make sense? Like a variation on a theme. So I want you to see, you're not going to be able to see my head unless I get down like here. Yeah, now you can. So it's creating a display. You're displacing, you're moving over the accents, and you're creating a new version. So it's like a variation on a theme, which is a common thing done in orchestral music, is to create a theme and variations. Variation 1, variation 2, variation 3. It's a way of structuring or creating the music form. So anyway, so basically you have 1 and, so we saw what he's done. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But at first he just goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But he's using one hand or the other. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's really teaching you stick control. You would probably want to use a wrist so you're not allowing it to bounce all over the place. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's really to create loud and soft. Really develop stick control. And then it's 1 and, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, right? And then it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's like the twist. And then finally, kind of a samba sound, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's what he's doing here. Now, you can use this idea of shifting for anything. 1 accent. You can do that with 1 accent. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See how I just moved 1 hand through those 4 strokes. Then you can continue moving that 1 accent. And that's important as you're walking on the numbers, to hear how that accent moves through the sound. So you can do that with both hands, but you can do that with 1 and became 1 and 2, which became 1 and 2 and, which became 1 and 2 and. So that's moving 2 like he did, but you can move through 3, right? You can move 3. 1 and 2 and, or 1 and 2 and just keep moving it over. What else is there? You can go 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See how I kept moving it over? Now how about 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're over to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now keep going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See? Now we keep going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So 4 and the 1 goes back to the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. See how it wrapped back around? Keep wrapping it. Be and 1 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. See, I just kept shifting over 3 things. Those shifts don't have to be right next to each other. You can go 1 and 2 and. Shift it over becomes 1 and 2 and. Shift it over becomes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Shift it again, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See, it just keeps shifting that pattern over. So these are all permutations. So you have to go farther or further than the book. All right? So think how I can shift things over. So let's look at his next exercise. Let's see if we can do this. So he calls it accent add-ons. So he starts out with the accent. 2 measures is kind of a coasting check pattern. Then he's got his first 2 accents. We saw that already. And now he's adding 1 more accent. So he's going from 2 to 3, and now he goes to 4, and now he goes to 5. He does that twice. He goes to 6. He does that twice. Goes to 7. Does that twice. And finally goes to 8. So this is just adding 1 more accent on each time. So that's pretty good. That helps you keep track of accents, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm just doing 1 bar of each. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then finally 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's helping you make more decisions, right? More accents. But you're trying to get down there on the bottom after you're trying to get back down there and control those non-accents. So that's all that is, and you want to do that on both sides. Set a metronome, get going faster and faster. You could actually alternate. You could do the first measure 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. No, sorry, that was in the middle of the measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You see how I'm alternating? Now he doesn't show this, but you could do that. See how you have to think outside the box. Take the idea, glean from it, but then expand it. Make it more useful. You could do that with unison. He doesn't say that, but you can do that with unison. Sorry for all the noise in this world. It's a noisy world. And finally, he talks about on the bottom, bucks and triple bucks combined. So you get kind of mixed feeling in mixed time feels. Well, that's important. Mixed time feels. So for instance, like 5/8 time, 5 counts in the measure. 1, 2, it's usually in groups of 2s and 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, right? See how that works? You could switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I switched right in the middle of the measure. He doesn't have that. You could do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 7, 7, 8 times 7, 4, 7, whatever time you're going to count it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do 3, 4. So you can phrase it internally any way you want. I think this is very good for progressive music, rock, progressive whatever. Mixing the time feels. It's like having mixed meters. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is like 2, 4 time and 3, 4 time mixed together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's like mixed meters. But you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1 meter, but it has mixed time feels inside of it, okay? Because of the phrasing. This is very good based on the previous videos you saw on developing your Moeller. Or if you're just not doing Moeller and you're just doing your wrist. You're developing downstrokes, upstrokes, and taps, and sometimes full strokes, depending on where the accents are. So I hope that helps you. We've gleaned from another page of an excellent book. Hopefully we'll do that in some other videos. We keep learning from others and then going beyond that. I'm not even worrying about the... This thing is wanting to tip off because I'm... Alright, well, I look forward to your ideas. Put them down here on the comments section and on the bottom of the page where you found this video. And that's how we learn from each other together. So we are working together. Working together in unison. Alright, God bless you. Bye-bye.